Welcome everyone to our first podcast. We're going to talk about battle royales and just our relationship with them, I guess.
Battle royales. Do you think anyone ever watches this and be like, what the hell is a battle royale? Do you think there's a need
we
us
need to explain what a battle royale is?
I mean, would you call Fall Guys a battle royale?
I mean,
yeah.
We looked it up earlier, and I was
you?
surprised that it was on there.
Yeah.
Alright, so a battle royale is effectively there's one big map that gets smaller and smaller usually, but I guess with 4 guys in the equation,
That's what I'm saying.
It's until last squad standing or last man standing. But that's effectively what it is. You just like play the game until there's one squad or one person left on the map. With first-person shooters like Apex, Warzone, third-person shooter, PUBG, everything like that, the map gets smaller and smaller, and if you stand outside the map, you'll die. How's that, Dan?
Yeah, there was also this Tetris game, right? That's also battle royale.
Oh my god, yeah, Tetris 99. I played so much of that.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's just one winner, one winner at the end of like a big lobby. Let's go with that.
There you go.
Sounds about right.
Because then like Super Mario 99 came out, Pac-Man 99 came out, like Bomberman 99.
Yeah, they saw the success of Tetris 99 and then wanted in.
Yeah.
I tried Fortnite when it came out.
I forgot that was
like
even
a
a
week.
game.
And did not like it one bit.
No,
What did you say, Kevin?
I forgot that was a game.
Fortnite is, if we're talking about battle royales, the Fortnite should become at the top. That's the number one.
Didn't it recently have like a massive update as well, where they brought it all back to like basics or something?
Yeah,
They
it did.
brought back the original map.
But look, what do you? I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying
As a
that I
battle
forgot.
royale enthusiast, you should know.
Apex was the biggest one for me for a while. I played a lot of Apex with like Dan, Chris, a bit with Oystein. Oystein wasn't the biggest fan of it.
It was also a 3-player game, so we
Yeah.
usually play games, the 4 of us. Didn't lend itself well.
But there is a
that.
4-player battle royale that Dan and I play called Warzone, which Oystein refuses to play.
I don't listen. Blizzard, Activision, Microsoft, if you're listening, fix your stupid game. I would love to play Warzone. I'll do it any day of the week if I could. The thing doesn't, the shaders doesn't load in and it crashes the game.
You also refuse to reinstall Windows because that's the one last thing. And you've been saying for the last 2 years, oh yeah, I need to reinstall Windows anyway.
I really need to reinstall Windows. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it. You guys have moved on to the finals anyway. That's
no,
like
we're still playing Warzone, dude.
Oh yeah, right. Fair enough.
I feel like it begs the question: should a game ever require you to reinstall Windows?
Probably not.
And it's the only game I don't know if you notice. I play a lot of games. I have a lot of games. I've installed a lot of games. This has never happened ever before, and it's a massive title. It's not like some indie company making a game that doesn't work. It's an insanely big title. It's as of January 2024. Modern Warfare is second most viewed battle royale. Like, it's massive. You can guess the first one, of course.
What's the first one?
I mean, Fortnite.
It is Fortnite.
All right, tell me, Oystein.
Yeah,
If you enjoy PUBG so much, because I know you do.
I do.
You know, we tried it out, right, Dan? And not the biggest fan of it.
We played together.
What is your issue with Apex? Because you're not the biggest fan of Apex, but you really enjoy PUBG.
Yeah. Like Apex was fine for a bit, but it feels like it kind of is the same issue that I had with what we call it Overwatch, which is sounds weird when I say it out loud because they're not similar games at all. But the thing is, in both those games, like you have a game that's kind of goofy but fun, but as soon as like people start to take it seriously, and your MMR increases enough to meet people and take it seriously, then I fall off like a cliff. Like I can't, because I can't do that myself. I can't take a game like Apex seriously. To me, it's like too goofy, too odd. We've discussed this at depth, but the time to kill is probably my biggest issue with these games.
See, that was my biggest issue with PUBG. It was like we would be driving, and all of a sudden Dan was down because he had one person headshot him. And then we were like, oh, Dan's down, let's turn around to pick him up, and then all of us died.
Yeah. But see, that's what I enjoy. But I come from a game. I come from CS. I played a lot of CS.
I come from a game.
I come from a game. My gaming background is Counter-Strike. I think that's why FPS like basic. If I think of an FPS, it's Counter-Strike, and it's kind of like that. It's like if you see the enemy before the enemy sees you, I expect to kill that enemy. Well, that doesn't happen in Apex.
Yes,
that never happens in
Apex.
If
you jump someone in Apex, if you beam them with an entire clip, they are dead. Like,
it shouldn't take an entire clip though.
But the amount of times where they could react, jump around, put up a special ability or anything before I could be able to kill them.
Is that not just Valorant then?
I think Valorant also has a pretty short time to kill. I think.
Yeah, it has a very short. I played it once and I sucked because I'm bad at CS anyways.
Yeah, but in terms of Apex versus PUBG, I think the time to kill also brings a lot of intensity. Like a misplaced step could end your run, and it gets so intense near the end. Like your heart is beating, you're getting really hyped up because you need to survive. I don't have that with Apex. In Apex, it's like run, shoot. Okay, next round. Like there's no. It feels like losing in Apex doesn't feel bad as it does in PUBG, but winning is also not nearly as satisfactory as it is.
No shot, dude. Winning in Apex, we get so hype. Winning in Warzone, Dan, like whenever we win in Warzone, we are so hyped about that.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. I think most people seem to... That's why they became so popular, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But to be fair, you guys have never won in PUBG. You wouldn't know.
I don't think I want to play it long enough to win a round. Which, this is a perfect segue to Michy, actually, right? So, in that conversation, we basically said that losing in Apex doesn't feel bad. Because we're just like, all right, cool. We took one fight. We dominated one team. Same as in Warzone, actually, Dan. When we have like one team, we play a lot of Resurgence. In Resurgence, it's a battle royale, but there's a timer for you to respawn if your teammates are still alive. So it basically means you don't have to grab like each other's banners and find a respawn point or whatever. Anyway. We are just happy with our performance if we take out one squad. But Michy, he's very against this thought process. Why don't you just explain why you hate battle royales?
I have said multiple times I am not a fan of battle royales, and it's mainly because when I play games, I expect I expect that. If I put time into a game, that I would make progress in said game. So, I play survival games, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Automation games like Factorio, Satisfactory, you put time in, you've made something, you've made progress. What else do I play? And then if I play shooters, I don't play shooters for the competitiveness. I play shooters mainly for the fun. So I still play quite a bit of Overwatch because that is, if it's mainly objective based, but it's also quick respawn times. You have fun abilities that you can mess around with, things like that. So if I jump into a battle royale, you can spend half an hour playing, and you die because, I don't know, you weren't good enough or you misplaced your step or whatever it was. And that's it. You're back to the lobby. You've made literally no progress on literally anything. Okay, your XP's gone up slightly. but that unlocks cosmetics or something.
could you explain to me how that's different from Overwatch? That you say that like isn't that the same thing? It's just an arena game where you make no progress whatsoever.
But with Overwatch, the games are quick, so
Okay.
you know you're in, you spend 5 minutes, and you go, okay, that was either I enjoyed that game, or okay, that was a pretty crappy game. And then you just load into the next one.
But we've had literally Apex games or Warzone games that's lasted 5 minutes because we drop hot because we're not trying to like turtle into the end because
that's not too bad, which kind of leads me into my next point in the fact that I haven't played ranked I've hardly ever touched any main
ranked in any battle royale is terrible.
Yeah, but if I jumped into like when we were talking about playing 4-man Warzone, I jumped into a few games a couple of months back just to see what it was like, see how I thought about it, and you'd be playing, okay, you'd get a few kills, and then there'd be someone that's got all the fancy skins who just comes in, deletes you, and moves on.
Is that,
so it does feel like you just get rolled by someone who you had no chance against.
Yeah, but is that not the same as any game in general? Like
matchmaking gets much harder, I guess.
If I were to boot up CS right now, okay, I could just jump into a random lobby. I don't know if there's a hidden MMR or anything like that. There probably is because every game has one these days. But I could literally go into a lobby, not know where I'm going because I don't know the maps, and get, like, taken out within seconds, right? And that's just all about playing enough of a game to learn it, right?
That's the point. I need to play enough of the game to learn it, and I don't want to. I don't feel the want to play more. Because you play a few games, you go, oh, okay, I'm dead again. I don't want to spend another 20 minutes playing a new game.
Yeah, I think that's like the difference in like Counter-Strike because you get
rounds,
2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So you get to learn faster than you do in Apex because in Battle Royale or like especially PUBG because it can take so long to get into an actual fight and then you lose it and then you're like, okay, well, I spent 20 minutes learning how to fight for 1 minute.
Yeah,
like it's not a very quick progress.
So at that, I also kind of agree with Oystein with the time to kill. I know Overwatch has an insane time to kill because you got healers and all that sort of stuff. But maybe I would enjoy Apex because it's, from what I've heard, it's got a lower time to kill. But I mean, Warzone, you've got your armor packs that you just shove down your pants, and suddenly you're back to full health pretty much. And then Fortnite, I mean, you shoot someone once and they build an entire fort around themselves.
Can we talk about Fortnite for a second? Because for a hot second, okay, we've all tried out Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Now, when Oystein, Dan, me, and Chris played Fortnite, we played the version with no build, and apparently that was the more fun part of Fortnite.
It does sound a lot funner.
I'm not gonna. There's zero part of me that wants to try the building aspect in Fortnite, so I'm glad that game mode even exists. We launched it up, and it was so mid.
I guess after playing Apex, it feels a little dated, like movement and general play.
I don't know. What do you think about it, Dan?
I struggled to get into it. It was because there was that bit at the beginning where I guess we all just like stood around like a campfire or something, and everyone's just dancing.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this the game? Like, oh no, okay, we're just waiting. And then we went in. I think like one of the first things I picked up was something stupid like a lightsaber or something ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
so I was
picked up like.
There was like a Star Wars event or something.
Yeah, with all of their events, I think they've kind of added so much stuff. I mean, I haven't played it anywhere recently, but yeah, they seem to have crossovers every like other month or something that adds more content.
Every other week at this point, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it made me feel like when Warzone added the boys' powers to that. But we didn't even realize that it was going on. We jumped into a match thinking it was standard Warzone, and then someone like laser-eyed to death, and then like teleport, and I was just like, "What? Yeah, just what is this? This isn't the game. Like
this isn't Warzone."
Just a similar sort of feeling.
I think the worst part of Fortnite for me was it didn't even feel satisfying getting hits on enemies.
Yeah, but we also played against a lot of bots as well, didn't we?
Yeah, but no, even so, it's like you know how this like receptive game feel in just games design. In Call of Duty, we had the hit markers, and you hear a little like sound effect that the famous hit marker effect that everyone memes about.
Yeah.
In Apex, you get all of these numbers fly up, and they're like really uniquely designed and stuff like that. And like when you crack someone, you hear the shield break in a really cool way.
That is satisfying when you crack someone.
In Fortnite, it was just like it was numbers, and they were really blocky and cartoony, which suits the aesthetic of the game. I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all, but there was just like the feedback for it was so minimal that I didn't feel like I was hurting anyone when I was hurting someone, We
know Kevin likes to hurt people.
Oh, every day of the week.
I think it made all the guns feel the same. Like just hitting someone with something made the number come up, but there was no, I don't know.
Yeah. It just like it felt really flat to me. And then whenever we did get into a fight, like when we get into a fight in Warzone or in Apex, adrenaline starts pumping. Even in Overwatch, right? When we were really into Overwatch, our blood was like pumping a lot, just making sure we won the team fight. In Fortnite, it was just like, you got into a fight and you're like, well, I guess I'll hit him with this giant lightsaber or giant willy or whatever, like whatever event they had on at that point.
Oh, that is an event.
Yeah, and it just felt really bad to hit someone in a game about hitting people.
That said, though, we didn't really play. We didn't really play a lot of Fortnite, did we?
We played it for one night. We gave it a hot, we gave it the college try, and we were disappointed.
Yeah. I guess it has to be an industry standard for some reason, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's that easy to get into, and when everyone plays it, then it's easier to get more players.
But I don't know. Going back to Apex, I don't understand why the time to kill is such a big deal, because doesn't that make it more of a team effort to wipe a squad? It's like, okay, I've cracked the Gibraltar. I'm being shot from 2 other people. If we focus that one Gibraltar, he's almost dead. Or he'll be out of the fight, and then we can 3v2 then. Instead of just
sure.
one shot, and it's like, oh, well, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like in PUBG, it was like, okay, he's one-tapped, there's no saving him. Leave him dead.
But I like making big plays, Kevin. Like in PUBG, if say the 2 of us were playing twos, and you got down, I want to have a chance to actually win that fight, even if I'm 1 versus 2. I feel like I could do that in PUBG. I don't feel like I ever could do that in Apex.
Yeah, but I can do that in Apex and Warzone. I've done it for Dan.
Yeah, but it feels much harder to me to I'm sure you have. I'm not saying not good at but to beat someone 2 versus 1 in those games is like, it's harsh because you need to lay so many bullets into one of them, while the other one can do whatever, right?
Yeah, but surely the PUBG or the CS experience is a lot less satisfying, because it's just like, oh yeah, 1 bullet in the skull, there we go. I've got an entire clip left. There's no panic there. But in Apex and in Warzone, you're like, all right, full clipped him, he's almost down, I need to reload, quickly change weapons. Okay, I missed all my shots, goddamn, let me try and strafe around and not get shot, reload. and then, oh wait, crap, he shielded up whilst I reloaded. So then, like, you've got all of these different aspects coming at you that makes the win more satisfying when you outplay them.
But I guess in those games, you also always have an out, right? You could always run away in those games. Like, you have a way to avoid the fight altogether if you want to. Like, if I wanted to run away from someone in Apex, I could always do that. There's nothing that can stop me from running away. They can't just one-tap me in the back or something like that. If I'm losing my mate in PUBG or in CS, like, I don't have
you have
that
to
option.
commit to the fight.
I have to commit to the fight. I have to go for it. And one wrong step will be the end of me. That's not the case in Apex. I can make so many mistakes in Apex and still kind of survive.
I guess that's what makes it more casual, though, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I guess I'm just not a casual gamer.
I think, Oystein, your satisfaction that comes from that one-shot kill,
yeah, love that.
is going to be it's the complete opposite of how I feel when I have died with no time to react to what was happening. Like in Warzone or whatever, when bullets start flying towards me, I get this whole thought process of all the things that I can do right now to try and save my butt.
Yeah, it's like
whereas
turn and run, but if I
it's not always turn and run.
But you're like, okay.
Whereas in CS:GO, I just remember I think I stepped on some logs or something, and my head just peeked over a fence, and bang, I was dead. I was like, I didn't even see him.
Yeah, but now you know not to peek your head over that fence again.
Oh, I remember that video. That was a video we did ages ago.
I always felt like everyone I played against like knew the maps and like knew where you could just
or they already knew like the lines to look or the lines to take or where to throw nades to bounce it off a ridiculous wall to get a 6-man nade or something like that. Like
yeah, the meta forms the game a lot. Like and map knowledge is super important in especially CS:GO, but that's like.
I think that's maybe.
And do you play it very cautiously?
Which game? PUBG?
CS:GO.
CS:GO.
Both.
Yeah, I guess.
You're kind of forced to play it cautiously, and that's.
Yeah, you kind of have to. You have to.
Whereas I said, I'd argue that in like the battle royales, then like Warzone, a lot of enjoyment comes from just that decision you make to just charge a fight and go, I'm going in, see what you can sort of pull off. But I guess you can't really do that in CS.
Yeah, you can. And you can do that in PUBG as well. Like when you find a house an enemy team is holding, then when you actually make that decision to go guns blazing in, it's such a harsh decision to make because there's no out. If you go for it, then you go for it. In Apex, I feel like even if you go for it, and things turn sour, you can still have that exit strategy. And I think that's what kind of kills the hype for me, is that it's always a chance that you can get out of it if you just turn and run.
I mean,
if you're,
what about those games where, like, we've been right at the end, Oystein, and there's, like, 3 squads left, and you're the one who's telling us, all right, we play slow here, just back off, let them fight, and then we quickly run in, and then we take the win that way. Like, is that not satisfying to you?
Yeah, it is, and that's one of the things I really like about Apex and PUBG is the strategizing. Like, it's not only shooting, mechanics, jumping, but it's also kind of playing it smart as well. Like when to take the fight, when to disengage from a fight, and when to push in. I do enjoy that. I had a lot of fun with Apex, but I feel like, yeah,
you've got to get to that point where there's only a few people left.
Yeah, you do, and I feel like in Apex, it's those wins, like I said earlier, those feelings didn't pike as high or as low as they do in PUBG, and I like that. I like the high wins and the low lows.
I guess that's why we enjoyed the finals so much, was because.
Well, are enjoying, to be fair. We're still playing
are currently enjoying the finals because it's still 3-man squads or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you can strategize. You say, they're fighting. You can hear the shot in the distance, so okay, we could go in before they heal up or something. And yeah, so there's strategizing, and it's constant strategizing.
Yeah.
With all the battle royales, you have to, kind of sit around or hunker down or like play very carefully for ages and ages.
No, we don't play carefully. I think it depends what squad you kind of play with, right? Because the way we play is just, all right, let's find the next fight, because that's the fun part of first-person shooters. It's the shooting.
Yeah, but you still have the looting part of both of almost all like battle royales games. You don't have that in finals. In finals, you just have the action, right?
I wouldn't say finals is a battle royale.
No, it's not. But it's a good example of
an arena shooter.
When you know you can take a fight or something.
Yeah.
Or like when you know to hold back for a fight.
I agree with that. Yeah.
But I understand there is like that. Some people don't like it, that the looting part of the game, but it's a massive part of all battle royales that you have to spend time to loot, or else you're under equipped.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like the amount of times that we've been under looted, but because people are so busy looting, we can get the jump on them, or we're like just trying to loot. And then we hear noises and we instantly take a fight. I think those are like some of my favorite moments in battle royales. I hate the games, absolutely hate them, and I think Dan can agree with this, where we spend the whole game looting, and then we're really well equipped, and then we get into one fight and lose. Those games are the worst.
I think that's Mikey's experience with battle royales.
Yeah. Keep in mind, I haven't played battle royales with other people. I've only gone in solo.
Oh, well, that's the issue.
That was that is the issue. That's all my experience.
That makes a massive difference. I've never played a battle royale alone. Why would I do that to myself? That's awful.
That's like Mikey, solo queuing a MOBA.
Yeah.
Do you go to the cinema alone as well?
I do.
Hey now.
Damn, this is getting personal. God.
Yeah. I take it.
It's just. I think, like, objectively, a poor decision.
Yes. Yeah. It's like. It's like playing social deduction games alone.
I think I might be the werewolf.
I mean, you see me in werewolf when I give up because I'm on my own.
I'm so glad we did this. Now we finally found the root cause of the issue. He has played.
I need more friends.
You need someone to play battle royales with, and then maybe, just maybe, you'll have a good time.
Maybe.
Yeah, a lot of enjoyment in just video games in general, right? A video game can be terrible, absolutely trash, and you still have somewhat of a good time because you're with mates.
Yeah, I when I applied for a job at Funcom, I wrote a whole thing about this, like the multiplayer aspect of battle royales, for example. It makes a world of a difference. But there's so many games that we have played together.
That I would never touch, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That I would never touch again, but I had a great time because we were playing together. And I think, I don't think there's a battle royale, maybe aside from Tetris, I think I could enjoy it, like, by myself. Nah, I don't think that's a... for a competitive shooters like Counter-Strike, I could play that alone. I could see myself booting up that alone and playing to get better, but I never could do that in PUBG. Not a chance.
I mean, yeah, I guess it really depends, like, what kind of mindset you're in. If you're in the mindset of, I want to get better, then booting anything up alone makes sense. Like Dota, I used the solo queue because I just wanted to get better.
Have you played Apex alone?
Whenever I play Apex alone, I never play the Battle Royale mode. I always play the other game modes where it's like Control or Team Deathmatch, just because I want to get better at shooting.
Oh, okay.
So
you're actually practicing.
Yeah. But I've never booted up Apex and gone like, I'm going to find randomers and try playing the Battle Royale.
Yeah, Mikey, you're keen to do some Warzone, aren't you?
I was, and we were looking for a fourth, and...
Yeah, you are the fourth!
Was I?
Oh,
I mean, no, hang on, because it was you two, and then you were
And
like,
Chris.
okay, let's go.
And Chris.
I haven't heard anything from Chris. It was all, oh, we should get Oystein to be our fourth, and then Oystein's like, no, I don't want to.
no.
No. We
what I
did this. I
remember
can't.
hearing.
It's impossible for me. I can't play.
I do think always that if you put in a tiny bit of effort to get it working, you probably could have sorted something out.
I probably could have enjoyed it too. I probably had a good time playing Warzone.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Besides, you have Mikey now. Look, he's so
Yeah,
eager to learn Battle Royale games and
We
get
should
good at
definitely
them.
like stream it one night, Dan.
Mikey's first.
Mikey's-
VR with friends.
That's what we do. Multibash Twitch. A Friday night where I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And then you guys play Warzone with Mikey.
Go on then.
Go on then, that's right.
Go on then. I mean,
Look how excited he is.
I've still got my no progress issue, but you know, I'm down to play.
Hey, there's slight progress in Warzone where because you can create your custom classes, if you keep using the same weapon, you unlock more attachments for it.
Hey, yeah, that sounds interesting. I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
That sounds like good.
So,
That's-
okay, the basis of this entire podcast was the fact that Mikey hated
I
Battle
love this.
Royales.
I love this. We had a problem. We laid it out. And then we fixed it. This is perfect.
All of the hatred was based off the fact that he was solo queuing in a team-based game. Oh my
well, not
goodness.
just teams. I'd go into the solo because I don't want to play with. I want to play with randoms. Randoms are smelly.
So,
So before he came back, before you came back, Kev, to start when we started chatting tonight, I said to him, "Oh, get thinking about your reasons for what your issues are," and he was like, "Oh, I've got loads of them for why these games are trash."
And now
Like,
there's
don't you
none.
worry.
Yeah, I had no.
now there's none.
I said I had issues.
Okay, let's
Oh,
bring this.
right.
Okay, I still want to hear Mikey's rage. So, not necessarily rage now. It's more of a dislike. Okay, from a solo queuing perspective, you hated the fact that there was no progression, which is understandable. I get it. Trust me. And you hated the fact that you just kept dying. Is that it?
Well, I'd load in. Okay, I'd drop down somewhere, find a few crates, be like, okay, I'm pretty well, I'm decently equipped, and then I have two options. Either I could stay,
Okay.
I could hunker down and stay, and maybe take.
Was this Warzone?
This was Warzone.
This was Warzone. Okay.
I could either hunker down and stay, or I could go out and look for people. Those are the two options.
Yeah.
Hunker down and stay. Okay, I got a few kills. I was happy with them. And then there'd be... I'd just get killed out of nowhere. There'd be someone somehow knew where I was. They'd dive in through the window, and I'd fall over. Even fully armoured.
I'd fall over.
I'd fall over. Or I could go
Roll
out.
into a ball.
Yeah.
Take me.
I think you took damage from 4 damage, didn't you?
No.
No, carry on.
Or I could go out and look for people. At which point, I'd go out and look for people, and someone else would be hunkering down, peeking out a window, and then I'd get shot out of nowhere. And then, obviously, with the time to kill, I have a chance to react, because, let's be real, it takes like two clips to kill people in that game.
If you're bad, sure.
Sure. So I'd have time to react, but I'd have no real option because, by option is either go to them and try get into the house that they're in,
Yeah.
or run away and find another house. At which point I go back to hunkering down.
So, yeah, I feel like that's just an issue with solo queuing.
I
isn't
think it is just the solo because
Yeah.
It's the
you
worst
don't
game to
have
learn a
anyone
game
else
as well.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no real way for you to learn a game when you do that. Aside from, because the best way to learn games is like to watch other people play or have people help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we first played Apex, and we were learning characters. This was when Chris started playing Apex with us, because I think Dan and I played it before Chris joined in.
We did.
And I had already played some of his characters, and why he enjoyed it so much was because I was able to tell him how better to play his character, but not exactly how to play the game, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
it was Lifeline, right? I still remember we were both downed, and Chris was running around not knowing what he was doing. We were like, just drop the robot on us and res us, bro. You can carry on running. And he was like, oh, I didn't know that. But if you solo queued as Lifeline, you would never know, like, at all.
That's a hard solo queue champion to play. Where's this champion for team play?
Yeah, go the support character on your own.
Yeah.
I think for BRs in general, actually, I'd argue almost all of my enjoyment comes from the communication part
Oh,
of it.
100%, yeah.
I think that's why we've been able to play so many, and, you know, with the exception of Fortnite and PUBG, enjoy them.
There you go, Mikey. The progress you make is the friendship you make with these guys along the way.
I mean,
That's the real progress.
That's already true to finals. Like, because we've been playing finals together, I feel like our communication is already stronger with Mikey.
Yeah. I've been enjoying the crap out of the finals.
Yeah, finals.
It is very important to communicate in that game though. Like there's so many plays you can make regarding the regarding the map that you just can't do in other games.
I think the one thing that annoys me most about finals
is when Dan drops stuff on top of us, yeah?
Yep, that's the one. Every time we spawn in, we always find an explosive to throw at us, and then we start fighting our first fight at lower health than normal.
So I really enjoy the destructibility of the levels, right?
So you gotta bring it to every game.
Yeah. That's, you know what you're getting. You're getting a demolitions man.
Not right at the start when there's no enemies and there's no reason to destroy the level.
For the aesthetic, just pleasure of, you know, watching buildings crumble, you know? Chaos for the love of chaos.
Yeah, Dan and his chaos.
I've also, in the finals, I always feel like when because it's obviously it's objective based, isn't it, as opposed to just kills.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've actually got something that you're trying to build up. And I appreciate the fact that you can move that little cash box by interacting with the level. Like, I feel like there's like, normally, say that was Warzone and you put like a cash box in a room, you would then find a way to fortify that room as much as possible, wouldn't you? That would be the play. Yeah, whereas in the finals, if they're all fortified above you, you go, all right, well, I'll pop underneath and bang, bring it down to me. I think that's fun,
I know this is going on a huge tangent of the point of this video.
Yeah, this has just gone us just singing the praises of the finals.
I do have
Welcome
to say,
to the finals podcast.
the last point I'll make with the finals is just being able to pick anything up is fantastic, because when you die and you have your little statue, being able to reposition that to res someone is so big. Like in Apex, obviously you have the crawling mechanic, but then
it's slow.
And Warzone actually, but that's really slow. And then when you die, in Apex you have to go back to the box to like pick up the banner. In Warzone, you just have to get enough money and hopefully buy them back.
You buy your friends back?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's literally how it works.
You pay for friends.
Yeah.
That's like me in real life.
But then, I just love that in finals you're just able to like reposition it as much as you want. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's the last finals thing. It ain't like
That's the finals.
Tell you what battle royales do that I really don't enjoy.
All right.
Okay.
Battle passes. I hate them.
I
hate them so much.
I'm so done with battle passes.
Yeah.
Is that a Fortnite original battle pass?
I believe it might be.
Probably.
That's a good question, that.
That just sounds like it, because it started off free, and then they introduced the battle pass so they could get some money in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like they don't really add anything.
No, they don't. They add income to the developers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do you call it? The games of service, right? You want the game to be able to keep its lights on for as long as
Because
possible.
a
if you
lot
enjoy
of
it.
games have moved to battle passes, right? I guess that this could be another topic for another podcast, but
Overwatch moved to it.
Overwatch, Dota moved to it. Has League moved to it yet, or have they like stuck their ground?
League has a battle pass system, yeah. Yeah, they do.
Just everything has battle passes.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everything, yeah. It's not very. It's not a lot. It's not in your face though. Like you still get skins and stuff
Yeah.
outside with the good old loot boxes. But
Good old loot boxes.
yeah.
I miss loot boxes, man. I okay, no, I kind of don't. I spent a lot of money on loot boxes.
Well, you missed the loot boxes in the fact that
it wasn't a battle pass.
you'd get the free ones, and you'd get stuff from the free ones.
Yeah.
Like,
And
because the battle passes, you have to pay for the battle pass, and that's the only way of getting the cosmetics.
Yeah, and it was that just loot boxes was actually random. Some loot boxes had like better chances,
Yeah.
sure, but at least it was random.
Yeah.
I also feel like that they're just designed to prey on kids, right? Because
Yeah.
if you put battle passes in your game, like you're actually arguably asking adults with jobs to not play your game because I don't want to buy something, but I then need to invest 40 hours into it to actually get the things I've paid for.
Yeah.
And also, I don't want that to be the only game I've played this month. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a very. It's a very good way to try to keep your players coming back because you're so close to the next level. Just push a little harder. Just play
I
a little
mean,
bit more.
that's literally what happened to me in Overwatch. It was like I was
similar, yeah.
not enjoying Overwatch 2, but I have to hand it to them. Overwatch has got one of the best cosmetic lineups in general.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And because of Overwatch 1 and how much I had collected, I wanted to collect more. So I kept buying the battle pass, and then it was like, right, I better get level 80 if I spent this much a month on them.
It's like a sunk cost fallacy of gaming.
Yeah.
Like you already got so many skins, you can't stop playing Overwatch because then all that money would be a waste.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I remember the night we did that, Kev, where because obviously it times out, doesn't it? You get it for a certain amount of time. And I remember we played 2 evenings of Overwatch, not enjoying any of it, not even wanting to play it, just because we had 2 days and we were like level 40, and we were like, well, we got to get the stuff. And I think I won't touch the game again. Like I'm not going to go back to it anytime soon.
I'm never installing it again. Actually, no, we're gonna have to install it for a 3v3. But
Wait till season 9, which is the
do we
next
actually?
Because they say that from what we've heard, they're putting some massive changes in. This is like their big overhaul change.
and I couldn't care less.
Yeah, that's you, Kev.
The way you said that, Kevin, indicates that I also have to install this game. Can you confirm or? Oh man! Oh man!
So battle royales.
I don't think I have Battle.net. I think I got rid of it.
It's on Steam. It's on Steam.
now.
It's on Steam.
It's on Steam, yeah.
It is on Steam.
on
Is
Steam.
this a Microsoft doing?
No excuses, Oystein.
What about I don't wanna?
I don't wanna.
Is Overwatch a
I
battle
mean,
royale?
you didn't want to be here tonight.
Right, here I am. And by
Yeah,
my
maybe Overwatch
calculation,
should do a battle royale.
and considering we already solved the issue,
Yeah,
I think we did pretty good.
I think we're done, Dan. I think it's like 45-minute episodes.
That's
I think
excellent.
that's a good size.
That's
Yeah.
excellent timed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we solved the issue of Mikey's rage. It all came down to him being an idiot.
Or lonely. That could
Or
also
lonely.
Yeah.
Oh.
This podcast.
I mean, he could have easily sent out the bat signal to be like, "Hey guys, Warzone."
Yeah, because it was like October or something when everyone was like, okay, yeah, no, we should get a 4-man. We should get a 4-man. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'll join in. I'll
we
be down
never
for that.
spoke of it again.
And then you never talked about it again. I jumped into like 3 games to practice to see what the game was about, and then no one ever
Shooting
spoke of it
people.
again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
3 games. Decided you hated it.
Yeah.
Not just that, but all battle royales.
Before we close this, I just want to say that I just looked up Overwatch 2 on Steam, and
Yeah.
Mostly negative.
overwhelmingly
Oh,
negative.
overwhelmingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one,
234,000 reviews.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying like I don't think you understand this, Oystein, but Dan and I have to reinstall this as well. It's not just a you issue;
Yeah,
it's an us issue.
You guys have a personal beef with this game. This game burned you somehow.
Yes.
I don't have that. I just
Next
have.
podcast.
All right.
To be fair to
All
battle royales, actually, I've not played one that's gotten progressively worse. They've had like dips, like the boys thing when that happened. But actually, Warzone, Apex, what have we got? We've had new maps that have been fun to play. And if actually that gets us back into it normally, doesn't it? There's like an update and we fire it up again, or
the
characters.
new modes, like when they released Resurgence, that was so big brain.
That's the best thing I think a battle royale has ever done.
But
bring Resurgence in.
This is good. Even without Resurgence, I love Warzone because of the Gulag. I need to talk about this. I'm sorry. I know we were about to sign off, but the Gulag is so big brain because usually
it is very good. I did enjoy that.
Usually in every single battle royale, PUBG, Fortnite, Apex, Tetris, if you die, you have to wait for someone to respawn you, or you're just out of the game. Full stop. That's how it is. That's how it's always been. In Call of Duty, they introduced the Gulag, which meant if you died, you had one chance of coming back to life if you were good enough. It was a 1v1. They changed it to a 2v2 at one point, but it's back to a 1v1, where, you'll pair up against someone else who has died, and that's your chance to respawn yourself without having your teammate have to spend the $1 to do so. And I thought that was a great design.
That was very good.
Yeah.
That was very good on their part.
This seems familiar to me. Is that some other game that's done that?
I don't know.
Afterwards, I think maybe PUBG introduced that as well afterwards, because
it's a great system.
Yeah,
it's a really good system. If like other games copied it, I wouldn't be like, oh, Call of Duty had it first. I'd be happy. It's a really good system. It's so good. But yeah,
it's not bad. It's not bad.
I think that's a good ending point for that, actually, for this whole podcast.
All right. Conclusion. Michy needs to play with friends.
Yep.
And you guys really like the Gulag.
Yes. And Oystein needs to reinstall Windows. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Listening. I doubt people have just stared at our faces this entire time.
We're pretty handsome. I wouldn't blame them.
Oh well, one.
Yeah, Oystein is on screen. So.
Yeah, 1/4 of us.
All right.
Just if anything, guys, just keep looking at that bottom right. Oh, it's a bit too late to say that.
Stop.
Start again. What's your start?
May I please go have a meal?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Catch you guys next time.